Welcome to BNI Mid-America TV, where you can learn more to earn more and get more from your BNI membership. Today's show is the New Member Spotlight with your host, Marcel Brown.
Welcome to another episode of BNI Mid-America TV. My name is Marcel Brown, the most trusted name in technology, and this is an episode of the New Member Spotlight. With me today, I have Julie Lorence. She's a wellness advocate with Doterra Essential Oils, and she is a member of Platinum Referral Partners, one of our new Zoom chapters. How are you doing today, Julie?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for being on. So, Julie, I've actually known you for a while. You used to be in BNI a few years ago, and now you're back. Can you tell us a little bit about your story, why you rejoined BNI, and go from there?
Sure. So I was in BNI many years ago and had a lot of success. I actually built 1/3 of my Doterra business came directly from BNI referrals. Unfortunately, I decided to take a job in a nonprofit as a marketing director to use my degree, one of those things. And they didn't want me to be a part of a BNI. Plus, it would have been a really far drive to go, for my job to BNI. So I decided to freeze my membership. So I did that for a couple of years. Then COVID happened, and I decided to turn my focus back full-time to Doterra. So I resigned from the nonprofit and put all my energy back into Doterra. I ended up opening a storefront with my oils business, and I just realized something was missing. Things just weren't flowing as well as they used to in my business. And I thought, well, I might as well go back to what I know works. And it just so happened at the same time I was thinking about it, and had been thinking about it for a while, Virginia Mooskies reached out to me and said, hey, we have a new chapter. It's online only, because I live in Centralia, Illinois. So no matter what chapter I joined, and this is how it's always been, I had to drive an hour, either south, north, west, one way or another. So for me to be in BNI was always, it was a full day for a meeting day. So when she told me that there was an online only chapter, I'm like, this is like a dream come true to me. So I jumped on the chance in October, and I've been going full force ever since.
Good. Well, that answers the next question. You've been a member since October, and it's time of this recording, it's February. So about 6 months, 5-6 months, somewhere in there. So welcome back to BNI. I'm glad you're back, and certainly makes a lot of sense on a couple of different fronts here. You mentioned that business just wasn't flowing as it was before. And I don't remember the statistics or whatever, but obviously referrals are such an important part of small businesses. And obviously the system in BNI is designed to get referrals. So that's good to see that you recognize that and that you were able to join. And yes, the fact that you do live a little further away, and the Zoom option, one of the silver linings of COVID there is the increased use of Zoom in many places, and especially in BNI. And so that gave you an opportunity that didn't exist before. And so that does obviously help you out. So how have things been going in Platinum Referral Partners?
It's fantastic. I love being able to do one-on-ones via Zoom as well, because I can have so many more one-on-ones now. Instead of, again, having to take a whole day and drive. If maybe I wanted to meet Missouri people, I would have to spend a day in Missouri, or, a day in the Metro East area. And now, in the morning I can meet with someone in Missouri. In the afternoon I can meet with someone from Illinois, and everything in between. I can even meet people around the world. So it has been so wonderful. I was able to meet with all the members on the passport within like a couple of weeks, because, we could do them all via Zoom, where back in the day, when the passport program was first started, I was actually on the team in my chapter that helped people get through the passport, and it took forever. It was such a long process. And so now being able to do these one-on-ones on Zoom, I'm like, oh yeah, we can knock these out quickly.
Good. So being back in BNI, have you seen your business grow from the referrals?
Yes.
Very good.
Instantly. I felt like I got my mojo back. I'm like, this is what I was
BNI
missing.
Mojo. Yeah, maybe
Yes.
we'll have to coin that term or something. Well,
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye. I'll think about that. Very good. Well, I'm glad that has worked out for you, and it does show that networking and referrals can work, especially even in a virtual setting. Um, and it's about the process. You know,
Mhm.
certainly being able to see people face to face, like you and I actually met yesterday at the BNI Expo in St.
Mhm.
Louis. So it is nice to have those face to face interactions, but business can still happen, referrals can still happen in this virtual setting because it is about that process that BNI has developed over 37 years. That's really the key, at least in my opinion. So,
Yep,
um,
absolutely. And I do still love all those in-person things,
of course, of
especially
course,
last night.
yeah.
There's some chapters that I didn't realize existed.
Hmm.
Had I researched, I would have known. But to take that time on my own, I hadn't done. And I met some people that, for even our other business, that we're perfect connections. And
Hmm.
there are things I never even would have thought about had I not went to that. So
Yeah, I think there's a place for all of it, and that's what's really great now. Is like, again, the silver lining with COVID is we've developed this virtual way of meeting, which has a lot of benefits, but yet still the traditional way of meeting people face to face still has its own unique benefits. So now we kind of have the best of both worlds available in a variety of ways. Um, so that's good to see you working there. So now that you've been in BNI before and now you're in it again, do you have a favorite BNI story that you'd like to share?
oh goodness gracious, there's so many.
Hmm.
um oh man. I mean, I have Dolores. She was a real estate agent in my old
Hmm.
group, and I introduced her to oils. She had one of the first parties for me when I was in the chapter, and I mean, ended up growing a huge organization underneath her just from that one party. But her husband has so many like health issues with like his kidneys and things like that, and when she sends me a message and says, we were able to keep him out of the hospital with his kidney stones this time. Thank you so much. It's the first time ever. Usually every time he gets them, he's in the hospital. And for me, that's why I do what I do. And so, and she was a really good connector for me as well. So she's one of my favorite people. And I would have
Good.
never known her if it wasn't for BNI.
Well, good. Well, that is a great story. And, on two fronts, number one, such a great connection made. And again, the building those relationships with people you see week in and week out is really key to the BNI system. But personally for your business too, that story of how it affected someone's health, that you were able to provide something that improved their quality of life, that kept them out of the hospital, that, all that is great story. So speaking then of Doterra and your oils, um, who are your best customers? Who do you like to connect with there?
Um, Hairstylists are really good.
Hmm.
I have one right up the road, and I'm actually super excited because I'm getting ready to start doing something where I go in and give free hand massages to all of her customers while they're getting their
Hmm.
hair done. So it's an easy way for me to introduce oils to her customers, but also it gives an extra added, kind of bonus for people to get their hair done there because you don't get a free hand massage everywhere you get your hair done.
Yeah.
They also hear everyone's problems when they sit in their chair. So
Hmm.
those are fantastic people, of course. I have lots of massage therapists on my team. So those are great because people that come in to see them are often the same people that are going to be open to the idea of oils. They're open to the idea of holistic healthcare, typically.
Sure.
Same way with chiropractors. Those are,
Hmm.
kind of our people. And then I met a really good connection that I think could be my golden goose the night before last at a different networking thing. She's a nurse practitioner, but she believes in, the whole body, mind, spirit, working together and getting to the root cause of issues and not just putting band-aids on things, not just automatically prescribing a medicine that's only going to take care of the symptom and not the problem. So I think she's going to be a great referral partner for me because she'll be able to send those people to me to look for additional, avenues to help people with their healthcare.
Very good. So to touch upon one thing you said earlier about hairdressers, hairdressers are known as great referral sources because exactly what you said, people are sitting in that chair, they're talking about their life and things that are coming up, events coming up, challenges they're having, problems, whatever. Hairdresser gets to hear all this stuff. So if you have a hairdresser in a BNI chapter, they can be fountains of referrals because they're following by accident or by happenstance a great strategy in BNI, which is to listen, to talk to your clients, hear what they're saying, have a conversation with them, and listen for what they need help with. And how do you help them? By connecting them with people that can directly help them out. So that's those are great referral sources, but we can all kind of learn from the hairdressers by following that strategy as well. Take the time to talk to your clients, take the time to talk to your friends and family, and just listen and see what they say and help them. Best way we can help them is through referrals. So that's great. So now as well, what you were saying, who are good referral sources for you are people that work in certain health related fields or directly health care related fields and are open-minded, are into holistic healing, are into not just working with the symptoms, but getting to the root of people's health issues. So those are great connections for you. And hopefully everyone here watching this interview will help find some connections for Julie. So it's been great to have you on, Julie. Any last words before we wrap up?
Nope. Thank you for my BNI Mojo.
Well, you're welcome, because that was all me. But no, I'm glad Virginia got back in touch with you and got you back in. And again, great to have you back. And hopefully you continue to build your business this way. So
awesome. Thank you.
Very good. You're welcome. All right. So that wraps up another episode of the New Member Spotlight on BNI Mid-America TV. Stay tuned for your next episode coming up soon.
For more information on how BNI can help you build your business, book your complimentary consultation with Virginia Moose-Keith at discoverbnimidamerica.com. BNI Mid-America TV is brought to you by the Bergman Insurance Group, your trusted source for Medicare information, education, and enrollment. Be sure to check out the show notes for additional information on how to contact today's host or guest about their business, and thanks for watching.